What's going on, everybody? This Afro Think Tank. Black woman said the suit will not save you from racism. The suit will not save you from racism. And at this point, I think that should have been made crystal clear to black people, right? That's why, if you guys notice, right, sometimes I make not sometimes, but a lot of times I make a lot of videos talking about serious topics, and I ain't got no damn shirt on. I'm just like sitting here, got the goddamn cap on, I ain't got no shirt. I'm like, yeah, talking about a serious topic. And every now and then I'll get somebody to tell me, put my shirt on, right? And I'll give them a big fuck you, right, in my head, because I'm like, what does a shirt have to do with the information come out my mouth? Why is a shirt, or to make myself presentable for you, palatable for you to accept the truth coming out my mouth, right? And as far as I'm concerned, the most powerful truth, right, is told by a black man with his shirt off. Because for thousands of years, the smartest and most intelligent human beings on the planet have been some black man with his shirt off. They got an idea, all right? The most intimidating thing is a black man with his shirt off, right? The scariest thing to all those rich white men in suits is just a black man standing there with his shirt off, right? So a black man with his shirt off actually means something. There's a meaning behind it, right? And so that's why a lot of times I do my videos. I ain't got no shirt. I ain't to try to look sexy or nothing. I ain't the sexiest looking thing on the planet, right? It ain't translated into no money. I ain't sitting here, making a calisthenics, YouTube channel to try to bait the women in it and on watching me and shit to get that YouTube revenue. I'm not doing that. But in all, my wisdom, right, that I disseminate, that I take zero credit for, because I feel like when I open my mouth, I'm just a conduit for the ancestors to speak the truth to the people that's still here having this three-dimensional experience. Like, I don't take no credit for nothing I say, because I don't write about it. I don't write it down. I don't think about it. I just open my mouth and it just come out the way it come out, right? And so I do it with my shirt off, because it be hot. Because I be flaming when I'm speaking, and I get hot internally, because the spirit of the ancestors is speaking through me. Therefore, I ain't got no damn shirt on. Plus, I make so many videos. Why the hell? I ain't got 1,000 shirts. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't got 1,000 shirts. It's much easier to make a video with a shirt off. I don't care what y'all say, right? But wearing a suit, trying to dress like the white man, does not help you get respect from that white man. That white man won't respect you when you're wearing a suit, right? Have you noticed how American society deifies and respects the white gangster wearing a suit, right? But that gangster was just as barbaric and savage as the gangster that's got his pants hanging down his ass. It's the same mentality. It doesn't make that person smarter or sharper just because they wearing a suit. There's a lot of idiots wearing suits. A lot of piece of crap criminals wearing suits. As a matter of fact, we got one in the White House right now. We got criminals with suits, right? The most despicable subhuman groups on the planet are also currently right now wearing suits, right? Destroying the planet with their suits on, with their respectable uniforms on, so to speak, right? And the best people in the world, the best that humanity has to offer, don't have time to wear suits. A lot of them are wearing the uniforms. A lot of them got their shirt off. A lot of them shirts are dirty, right? Because they out here working. A lot of them got blood on their shirts because they sacrificing themselves. You understand? A lot of them got dirt and mud because they in the mud, right? So you got to understand, respectability, you not getting no respect because you got a suit. That's bullshit. That's stuff that white folks use to push the goalposts down, even further for black folks. Remember, we black folks got to be perfect. We got to be absolutely perfect. Matter of fact, we can't even just wear a suit. If we wear the wrong color, it's a problem. Remember, the only controversy Obama ever had because that damn tan suit. They were more mad in that tan suit than anything Donald Trump has done so far. They were more mad at Barack Obama wearing that damn tan suit that one time. He was looking good, right? But they say he wasn't presidential because he was wearing a different color suit, right? But yet we got these white, savage subhumans with their nice suits sometimes, right? Sometimes it's a nice suit, being as unsubhuman and barbaric and gangster and thuggish as possible, but yeah, we supposed to respect them and they're honorable, right? Because they got a suit on. Get out of here. The suit never helped the black man. If you're a black man and you want to speak truth to power, hell, wear whatever you want to wear. Hell, walk in that junk with a dashiki, a straight African, unapologetically black outfit. That's why I respect all black politicians. They got no problem wearing their traditional clothes. I got no problem when I see a black African politician come to the West and they don't capitulate wearing white Western suits and they wear their own stuff. I appreciate that. And that's why I do love that about the Nigerians. They will wear their traditional, unapologetic African outfits to any professional meeting or political meeting environment, because the African suit, the African clothing is just as professional, right? And my brown skin, right, naked, is just as professional as any white secret suit that can be worn. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think in the comment sections. Afro Think Tank, learn something, teach something. I'm out.
The suit will not save you from racism, but people still wear it like armor. My name is Shalise, and I went to Stanford so that you don't have to. And welcome back to Texas as a Method, Race, Myth, and the American Story. One thing that I think modern conversations flatten about respectability politics is that they often treat it like it emerged from vanity, elitism, or accommodation, instead of understanding that for many Black Americans, presentation became tied to survival itself. And this is because Black humanity is politically contested. And when humanity is contested, dignity is not something that can be personal. It is something both public and performative because it is being used as evidence. And you can see this throughout Black American life. Sunday best, church clothes, pressed hair, polished speech, formal portraits, perfect manners, Martin Luther King in suits, Malcolm X in suits. My father always wore a suit, and still wearing a full suit every day until the day that he died. And this is not because a suit can save you from racism. And this is because presentation is a claim to humanity in a country looking for reasons to deny yours. And I think this is why clothing became so political during segregation and the civil rights movement. And this is because anti-Blackness is not just about laws. Anti-Blackness is a way that we can look at and begin to contend with how we think about image, disorder, visibility, but also morality, disdependence, and intelligence. And this is because Black people were often expected to visually perform dignity in order to receive respect that white people were automatically granted. And the cruelest part is that people always understood that this performance would not protect them, and it won't protect you. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated in a suit. Malcolm X was assassinated in a suit. Elegance did not save Black women, and perfect diction does not save Black professionals. And yet Black people continue to evolve, continue to strive, continue to perform perfectly. And this is because under surveillance, presentation becomes armor, even when you know that armor does not guarantee your invincibility. And I think one of the clearest examples of the ways that this appears is in the way Black speech itself has been narrated historically. Sojourner Truth spoke Dutch as her first language, but in many reproductions of the language of the enslaved, Black people with completely different cultural and linguistic backgrounds are often depicted as having the same prototypical slave way of diction and language performance. And this exaggerated slave dialect is one of the primary perpetuators of Blackness being monolithic, and in turn Blackness having a single sound. And in this paradigm, this means that Black people who were enslaved were not just being observed, their identities were actively being authored by their captors in real time. Their clothing, speech, posture, and intelligence were all being filtered through a racial mythology before they ever entered public life. And I think this hits the nail on the head with regard to the real psychological weight of being twice as good. Because when I was taught this, the idea of being twice as good was never about being perfect. It was never about proving that I was infallible. It was about trying to be recognized as fully human in environments that wanted to remind me every day that even though I could be in the space, that I wouldn't be welcome. Because how can you be recognized as fully human within a system that has been authored to misrecognize you? And I think this too raises a larger question. What happens to a people when dignity is forced to be performed as opposed to something accorded automatically?
Fuck them again. Fuck them. Them and you is not friend. Fuck them. Them no need to be in your life. So why you making them cause you nothing but trouble and strife? Fuck them.
It was Martin, Malcolm, Huey, Alvin, Marcus, Richard, Jesse, Adam, Colin, Gordon, James, Philip, Nat. Showed them not to play with us. Duke, Langston, Thurgood, Robert, Hank, Jesse, Jackie, Muhammad, Paul, Stokely, Mega, Webb. About 3 Benjamins, a good 2 Freds. Women like Harriet, Rosa, Ida, Shirley, Sojourner, Madam, Maya, Mary, Bessa, Ella, and Retta. Even baby Ruby was out here applying pressure. Gail, John, Booker, Sid, George, you nuts if you don't know who he is. Bayard, Charles, Roy, Carter, Cecil, just for drinking them white folks' water. All kings and queens, yes, for real. And to the ones that we lost, like Emmett Till, and all those that's here, we gon' continue to hold it down. Say it loud, black, and I'm
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan!
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.